Hi everyone, Justin here from the Bill Corazuana Center, coming at you with your December stretch break. So for this month's stretch break, I want to take you through 5 stretches that are going to help to release tension in the neck and in the wrists, 2 areas that really get affected from us spending a lot of time seated and especially hunched over a keyboard or looking at a computer screen. So a lot of times when we spend so much time in that position, as well as on our phone, we have a forward head posture, then we don't get a lot of range of motion through our wrists, which can in turn lead to issues like carpal tunnel, as well as neck pain from that forward head posture. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do the first 3 are going to be neck stretches. So we're going to start with one called the Scalenes, which are right here on the side of the neck. We've actually got 3 different portions of these, and we're going to attack the middle one right now. So I want you to take one hand to put it behind your back, and then we're actually going to go away from that side. So if the right arm is behind your back, we're going to take the left ear and bring it to left shoulder. Now you may already be feeling a stretch right here on the side of the neck and the top of the shoulder, but if you'd like to enhance it a little more, we can apply just a little bit of pressure. Go easy with it though, because having this arm behind our back already puts us in a little bit of a stretch position to begin with. And we're going to spend 30 seconds on each side here. So let's do about 10 more seconds on this side, and then we'll switch over to the other side. And so these scalenes really hold a lot of tension, and they help to flex our neck, which means bringing our chin towards our chest. And obviously, with a lot of time spent seated, those muscles become tighter. All right, let's go left arm behind, and then we're going to go right ear to right shoulder, applying just a little bit of pressure. And then anytime that you're doing these stretches, you should feel a pretty strong stretch sensation, but you shouldn't feel any pinpoint pain. So if you do feel any pinpoint pain, I want you to just back off that spot just a little bit. And then we can go ahead and release that. So that's our scalene stretch. Next, we're going to go and attack a muscle called the Sternocleidomastoid. So it's a muscle it originates here, and then it inserts up almost like right behind our ear. So in order for us to stretch that, we want to separate those 2 points as much as possible. So what I want you to do is you're going to go ear to shoulder, and then you're going to look up. And then you should feel a stretch through the front portion, and it almost feels like it's coming up and connecting behind our ear, because it is. And then we can even apply a little bit more pressure again. We're going to hold here for 30 seconds as well. You're going to notice all these are 30 seconds. If we want to enhance the stretch a little more, we can put that hand behind our back, but it's definitely not needed here. I'm already feeling it without that. And then just nice, big, deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then we'll switch to the other side. So again, we're going to go to the right now. So right shoulder to right ear. And then we're going to turn our vision up just a little bit. And that should help us feel it going right across this area of the neck. And I'm going to go ahead and put that left arm behind my back just to enhance the stretch just a little bit. And then I can apply just a little bit of pressure. Doesn't take hardly any of that additional pull on the head to get a pretty intense stretch in that area. A couple more seconds here for 30 seconds on the Sternocleidomastoid, also known as the SCM, and release that. Now our last one is going to be upper traps, so really overactive musculature for most people. And for this one, we're going to go ear to shoulder again, going to the right, so right ear to right shoulder, and then we're going to look down. So that's getting us a stretch on the back, like kind of back lateral portion, outside portion of the neck. And then again, we can put that hand behind the back of the side that's opposite of the way that we're looking, and enhance that stretch a little bit. So those upper trap muscles are really big muscles. that come and they originate on the back, but they insert up here on top of the shoulder. So we can help release tension by doing this one. All right, a few more seconds here. Good. Relax real quick, and then we're going to go right hand behind the back, and we're going to stretch the other side. So left ear is going to come to left shoulder. We're going to tilt it down, and then we're going to look down towards the floor. That should help to kind of bring that stretch sensation more towards the posterior or back portion of the neck. And then, as I said earlier, give me some deep breaths here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. That can really help to enhance the stretch a little more. And now that we've got both upper traps done, we're going to move to wrists now. So oftentimes with a lot of time spent on our phones and typing on a keyboard, these muscles can get really tight, and if we don't do anything to release them, they can create pain and trigger points. So what I want you to do is move to the floor now. If you don't want to move to the floor, if you're maybe at your desk, this can be done as if the floor is your desk. So keep that in mind. We're going to start with a wrist extensor stretch. So your extensors are the muscles on the top side of your arms, and they help to bring our palms up. So with that said, we're going to actually start with our fingers pointing towards us. I want you to put some pressure through, and the key here is you want to start with most of your body weight in front. So if you notice, my shoulders are in front of my wrist right now. That's gonna keep a lot of tension from not building up, and then this way I can ease into it. So basically, the key points here are elbows are as straight as you can get them. Fingers are pointed straight back towards myself, and then all I'm gonna do is just shift my body weight back. Now you notice when I shifted back, I was not able to get very far. I'm getting a really intense stretch through the top portion of the forearm, and that's really all I'm looking for. So don't feel like you have to get really far back. I don't want to go so far back that my wrists lift up. Okay, so we're spending 30 seconds here. Elbows are straight as you can get them. And if that's too intense for you, then just shift more of your weight forward and still try to keep those elbows straight. Now that we've got 30 seconds there, our last one is going to be the flexors. So those are going to be the muscles on the underside of the forearm that help to bring our palms towards us. So for these, we're actually going to, again, bring those fingers towards our body. Then I want to start with my wrist, or my shoulders over my wrist, and then I'm going to, with straight elbows, lean back. And again, I want to try to keep most of the portion of my palm on the floor as I do this. I don't want to go up so much that I start breaking that contact. And then I'm just going to hold this position. Again, straight elbows, big deep breaths, 30 seconds here. And you can alternate these if you wanted to and do, work up to maybe a minute or even 2 minutes, depending on how tight you're feeling. But really, 30 seconds is sufficient to get a good stretch going through the muscles. All right, and then come up out of that, shake out everything, and that is it for our neck and wrist stretch for our December stretch break of the month. Hope you enjoyed those, and you'll check back with us in January for our next stretch break.